Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is the Mad Chemist Church, or Church of Gerch, depending on where you know me from. And welcome to Madman Reviews. And welcome to the game Towers of Aghasba. You got me on the pronunciation of that one. So this is a brand new game. It's been out for at the time of the recording, it's been out for a month, maybe 2 months. And they have done a ton of... Oh, I unlocked a bunch of stuff just by teleporting. They have done a ton of updates. Like, a ton. They've just been almost every week, update after update after update. And it's been amazing. There's still little bugs here and there. As you can see, at one point in time there was no rock here. Now there is a rock here covering my chest. And unfortunately, I'm at a point where they've done so many updates that I may have to restart my game. As there are some items that you can only get in very specific ways, and they've updated it so you can get them now in other places at different levels. And I believe a lot of them are... you have to restart. It has to be a new game, a new save. So... this is all stuff I already had previously unlocked, so I don't know why it's going through it now. It's at the highest tier. So essentially the whole thing is the world has been kind of wiped out. Some sort of apocalyptic thing. And you have to rebuild society. So you kind of start down here, you have these little teleport portals you can get. And each area... there's 3 biomes at the moment. When this comes out, they might have unlocked their next patch, they should be giving us 1 to 2 more biomes. But this game is very much Animal Crossing mixed with Ark survival. You have different weapons. You can select from potions, different tools, upgrades you can do. There's all these different kinds of animals. You can check them out, see what they are. Oh, that's that. And it tells you what they could possibly drop, what they give you. Let's go back. Do I have any? I'll go to my bow. There's also withered enemies, which are your bad enemy, your bad guys. Different chests. Fortunate enough, if while you're in the area, everything is craft from chest, but as soon as you leave the range of whatever area it is, you lose that craft from chest ability. But you make a farming town. See, you talk to this. My village is at the highest tier. I can't go up any further. This was your starting village. It's also your farming village. It's kind of where you start the game, and you'd go through and basically you start a little ecosystem. I've gone through, and I've already gotten, I think, almost all of these are on the verge of tier 5 ecosystems, which, if I remember correctly, tier 5 is the max. You can find injured creatures, which if you have the items on you, they'll give you items, or karma, because taking away stuff takes karma away, gives you negative karma, which takes away from your karma points, but helping, healing, and planting, and basically good things give you karma, and then you can kill things and harvest plants and chop down trees, and it'll take away karma. So it's kind of one of those giving you a balance So eventually you'll get what's a colossal tree. These colossal trees will basically become the main hub, and then they'll have like little offshoots, little flying things that'll be around them. And they'll grow plants on them that you can harvest. They'll grow seeds that you can harvest. They'll give you basically what are offshoots, which are these guys, and you can level these up. These big guys up. You can level these up, and they'll actually increase how far the range of the ecosystem is. So there's a big dude right there. Featherstone. Unfortunately, this game is so new, and it's kind of one of those things where the more you have to do, the harder things become. So, as you see a lot of these, you'll see kind of reskins in other areas. Like, there'll be a handful of newer ones. You see there's another maxed out big dude right there. He increased the ecosystem to go past. To go, like, as you can see, all the way out. Then the, like, random trees. Mushrooms. Now, this is a smaller one. I just planted it. And they do take karma points to grow. I think I have enough. Do I have enough for this one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have enough for this one to show. So you'll spend, I have 214 karma. It's called the amenity. I can then put 100 into that. And it goes 100, then 200, then 300, and it's at max. This guy will want. Boom. Noise. So now it's at tier 3, I think. You planted, it's at tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then it's got one more. This will cost 300. It'll eventually, after this timer, I think it's like an hour. Yeah. Once the hour goes away, it'll spawn these 3 little bulbs, and then 300 karma later, or amenity later. Oh, there's a predator. You gotta watch out for predators. They will attack and kill you. But killing them also takes karma away. Where's an arrow? Good thing you can retrieve arrows. As long as you know where the arrow went. Where's this guy at? Or is that a withered? No, that's normal dude. Yeah, that's a wither right there. Let's see if I can get the wither to... There it is. Those... It explains it that it's bad and that killing them gives you amenity, but I've killed so many of these things that I've never once gotten amenity from them. I think they need to make it a little clearer that it's not the killing of the little dudes, the, like, enemies and stuff. It's the killing of their hives. Which, honestly, killing these guys with, like... At this point where I'm at with iron, and, like, iron and steel, killing these guys with normal weapons, because every time you kill something, or you shoot, it loses durability. But in combat, they made it so that your pick, your axe, and your shovel don't lose durability while smacking an enemy. So I can usually one-shot some of the smaller enemies. It doesn't take any durability away from your tool. So why use durability from one of your weapons when you can use a tool and just hit it once or twice and it's dead? No durability loss. A lot of exploring you can do. You can find these spots. They'll ask for items. You give them the items, and then they regrow. Like this guy regrew, and now there's like salt everywhere. So if I need salt, I can just go there and just pick salt. Same thing with this down here. This is the tree. It's telling me what it needs. It's going to need like 1,500 amenity, 100 dung. I don't even know where you get desert glass. And then a rainbow shroom, which I know where to get that. But then you eventually get here to your main area, basically your main city, because every area has like crafting stations, and it's all depending on that area is what crafting station you can make. Like this is the main city, so of course it has like an architectural hub. It's got the alchemy. It's got the grind mill. You can pick these weeds. Weeds will actually give you immunity. Yeah, I can make bone meal for fertilizer, flour, milk, spices. And then, of course, like any good Animal Crossing game or Animal Crossing clone, there's also a way to bring in people, so this is multiplayer as well. So you can have friends join you. And every time you upgrade something, you get more stamina, or health, but you don't get more stamina. And stamina's like, God, you run out of stamina so quickly. So you do find these areas around here, and you collect little pieces, and you can make a museum. The museum comes like with a little mural of like what happened and why we're in the situation we're in now. Another thing. That definitely wasn't English. It wasn't any language I recognize. So it sounds just kind of like Animal Crossing or Sims, where they just make up a language and just wanker waka waka. All these I put these down. Again, not a builder, not a decorator. I literally just threw things out where I could to get to, make it so you could progress, because to get each area to upgrade, you have to have a certain amount of points. You're the highest here. This thing can't make up its mind if it's going to be in the ground, above the ground, or where it needs to be. Every time they update, that thing shifts and moves. And it's like, the game's only been out for a little while, so I gotta give them that. So you have your farming town, which was down here. This is your farming town, random portal. Your main town, where you can basically build your build and craft weapons, gear, armor, your potions, and then you have your mining town, so that you're not constantly going around looking for like your clay and your stone. You can come here and get that. I think this one. Yeah, this one's outside its highest tier. This is one of the ones that unfortunately got an update in this last patch, which I can't get now because I have an old save. And it's one of the most needed things for steel, because for steel you need a certain item called binder, or binding, and you can't produce it in this none of these places produce it. So the only way for me to get steel right now is to go this route, which is super expensive. But apparently binder, the only way to get it until I basically start a new game is I have to summon these big, basically sky whales, and they fly around the entire area and outside of the map. There's some more mushrooms down here. But there's a lot of plants you can pick that won't take away from your points. There's some plants that if you pick, they will take away. But almost every plant gives you a seed, so you can just replant it. These vendors are how you get gold. You can find gold dust by harvesting rocks and stuff, but you can't really find nuggets or bars. So that's pretty much the gist of the game. This is kind of your decorating. That's not me. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Then you can go into the menu. You have your items, your inventory. So every time you like complete something or upgrade a building or complete a what are they called? Fill order. You can see I have a bunch of these. They all want a lot of poop. And then my ecosystems. Every time you fill one of these ecosystems, every time you fill one of these, you'll get like or you make like one of these cities go up a tier. it'll give you more health, and it'll also give you, some of them will actually also give you more inventory space. So usually you start with, I think it went to like here first. Now after I've done everything, I've got a pretty massive inventory. My gear, this gear pretty much makes you immune to the withered, so they can attack me as much as they want, but they're not going to do any damage to me, and it reflects damage back to them while I'm wearing the full set. The mask doesn't really do anything, as I think if it's within the first 2 months, which this video is definitely going to be outside of that, you got basically a starter, basically a pre-order starter founder edition for free. This is your glider, arrows, and then whatever item you currently have. But this is one of the items that comes, you can get basically the same mask, but not the same kind of style. That's part of the starter pre-early access. And the other thing you get during the pre-early access is you get, normally you would get kind of what you'd seen before, how these creatures look. But because I got it within the like 2 months time, I got this cool skin on this one in particular. This is my mount. So much easier. The stamina bar drains so much slower, so much faster, especially in a world where this is actually pretty massive. This is not a small map game. Like Animal Crossing, everything is very kind of close to each other. This is not. I've specifically put things pretty close to each other so that if I teleport, I could walk from point A to point B, but also they're close to each other for teleporting purposes. Because like, if you looked at it, like, say I put, like, my ecosystem's right here. Say I put my ecosystem over here. How am I going to get to there? I have no way, there's no teleporter anywhere in this area. So I found this teleport, dropped it here, I teleport there, I glide, get a nice beautiful view, some water over there. Boom, I'm now in the middle of my ecosystem. And this is a arid place, so this is an arid ecosystem. You can see different little guys. This also gives different seeds. Each area has a different kind of seed, like arid seeds or temperate seeds or tropical seeds, because those are the 3 areas: temperate, arid, and tropical. Each one of those seeds can be planted in any ecosystem, and it'll actually grow different so this dude, they are omnivores, but they're also aggressive and will attack you, but they'll also attack carnivores, so it's kind of a nice trade-off. A lot of times you'll just be sitting here and you'll see a carnivore and it'll just be going through the area and just killing everything. Because it's not like they kill like one thing and then walk away. No, they just kill and then move on to the next thing, kill the next thing, kill the next thing. And it kind of destroys your ecosystem because you're trying to... You can feed them, you can throw items out, like when it says like what they want, and you look at something through the spyglass. There's a creature. It tells you like, oh, that eats cactus and carrots. Now if I threw that cactus out, it would eat it, it would give me poop, it would also give me, funnily enough, it could also give me hide and meat on a rare occasion. Or depending on if I give it a treat instead of just a food. It could give me meat, hide, any of the other items it has in its thing, so instead of killing it, you can feed it. And then it only takes about 5-10 minutes and then it's hungry again. So I can just feed a whole bunch of them, go to the next area, feed them, collect everything, and then just kind of go in a circle and Generally by the time that you've fed everything in one area and you go to the next, everything's hungry again. You have all kinds of crazy creatures. That's like a horse pony giraffe. I can't. That's the only other thing about mounts is you can't pull out any weapons. You can't even pull out your little spyglass. And some of these things are quick, so you're just like, okay, maybe if I crouch, I can come up to it. But there's also wandering traders that'll come by. That's a mining villager. There's a trader. You talk to them. They'll tell you like, hey, this is what I got. And then they'll say, hey, I want something for a gold nugget. And then I believe this guy has masks. He'll be like, I'll give you my mask. I'll give you the perfect mask. It's usually like whatever he's wearing for a gold nugget. So it's usually that. That's exactly what he'll give you. It's that mask. Now, since, like I said, I got the pre-purchase, kind of early access, whatever. If I go into my crafting, I can make that, the Hair Spirit mask, the Prowler mask, and the Shadow Sentinel mask. I like the sound of the Shadow Sentinel mask. I don't really like the way it looks. I like the way that one looks more. But since I'm generally the tank in the group, I like the whole Shadow Sentinel. Sentinel being usually like a guardian. That is Towers of Aghasba. I wish they never really tell you the name. If they did, it's in that other language, which to be honest, I was listening to it and I just went, I don't know what they're saying. Just speed through it. I'd speed read and then skip the voice dialogue. But like I said, these people are, this developer, these people are, they're on top of it. They are going weekly updates, they're fixing things. They just released an update that by the time this video comes out, pretty old, to the point where you'd have to spam E. Like, to harvest this, I'd have to spam E. After every hit, I'd have to wait for the animation to hit, then I'd have to press E again, but now I just hold E and it'll continuously harvest, which is so much nicer. Like I was saying, this is my blacksmith. I think I was over here earlier. You can see my ecosystem over there for this would be tropical ecosystem. And you get a general town and a general seed after you complete the game. But that general town or that general seed will just become whatever region you're in. So if it's in tropic, I'll get a town like this. If it's in the farm, I'll get a farm, or temperate, I'll get a farm, and if it's in the arid, I'll get a mining city. So I'm just kind of like, I don't need more than one. So now I have the ability to make steel. I don't have any steel ingots. Go to the smelting forge. So I need a binder. I only know of like one place to get it, which is on these big land whales. 4 iron, 5 coal. So people could say, you know, it's only 2 more iron and 5 more coal, which is a little more abundant. But that's still a lot of coal for 1 steel ingot. And if I come over here, it's 1 ingot per 5 arrows. 2 ingots for 1 spear. And 2 ingots for a sword. What is it? 1 for a shovel, 1 for a hatchet, and 1 for a steel pick. So that's... oh god, that's already almost 100 coal I'd have to spend. And that's a lot of resin and a lot of wood that you'd have to burn into becoming charcoal or coal. And in this last update, they just made it so that these iron tools that I have, these iron tools, they doubled the durability. So now these have double the durability that they used to have, and the iron weapons like the bow, the sword, the spear now have, I think it's like 35% more durability, so almost half extra. So they are listening to feedback, they are adding things. They're working right now on the multiplayer because they promised multiplayer, and so far the multiplayer was pretty broken. As you can see, you have to get to this point to get that out there, which is the multiplayer gate. And then once you get to this point, you can summon your friends through that gate. It looks really cool. It's like a dragon skull. Kind of looks like a dragon. Walk up to it. Yeah. Kind of looks like a dragon skull. Or some sort of bird. Large bird skull. I think that's just the way it's painted. So, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this game's only been out for a couple months. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. They've already been doing an amazing job with the updates. And I just want to throw this video out there to kind of show people that are on the fence. Like, because if you look at the Steam, it's pretty mixed. There's a lot of negatives, there's a lot of positives. There's also... the only thing you can really customize is the hair. Which honestly, I've checked a different couple hair combinations. There's not that much difference between them. Other than that, there's random chests throughout the world, and these chests really, they'll give you maybe 1 or 2 items, but they'll also give you basically blueprints. And then either the blueprints, you can go to a construction table and make random architectural stuff, or it'll give you blueprints for like gear. This came from a quest. The armor I'm wearing now came from a quest completion. Where's my leather work? Where's my tailor? I think my tailor's over here. Another thing, there's no set spot, so I've literally just dumped things where I could dump them. I was like, this looks like a good spot. So there's a lot of stuff, like I found, like this was a random blueprint I found, random blueprint, like these are all random blueprints, and then this was like, I got these through a quest. All this stuff was like just through your questing. But all these other ones were like random blueprints. So you kind of have to go back through and explore and find the places for the museum, and then find the different chests for different blueprints for gear. I do a lot of fighting against the Withered, because the Withered is probably the best way to get amenity, because you need so much amenity, and you can generally get 30 to 50 for a small one, which takes like no time, but the bigger ones that take a couple minutes, they'll give you about 100. And with this armor, I can just breeze through them, especially since tier 5 ecosystems require like 1,500, and there's 3 of them, so I mean that's a 4,500 amenity. Also, there's food you can cook. Like I have a simple fire here just to make like cooked meat, small things. Or if I really want the good stuff, because the only way to heal is to eat food, and you can eat random stuff and it'll heal you, but there's no sleeping, there's no passive healing, there's just, you go over here, you cook the food, you eat it, and also it makes the treats give you better rewards and a higher chance of getting the rarer rewards from creatures. Like, I can come over here and I can make, griddle cakes, and it'll give me a major health recovery. So I'm missing some health. Let's see here. I can make some veggie soup. Let's make a nutritious salad. I got plenty of that. So I will quick craft. Takes the stuff away, gives me the salad. Go the salad. Go here, use. And I pretty much filled up my health bar. You can craft a bunch of them. put it on your quick bar, which is so nice that this was a new thing that they did. They added the 1 through 8, and then I believe I thought it was 1 through 9, but I guess 9, there's no 9 on there. So now you have this quick link plus the 1 through 8. So now I can just hit, let's see, 7. 7, put away my pickaxe. So now I can just hit the buttons on my keyboard and it'll pull stuff out. Where's my bow? What's my bow at? 2? So lots of progress, lots of amazing stuff. I hope they keep this up. This game is amazing. I had so much fun with it. You can see one of the temples over there. I think that's a temple. Yeah, that's the shrine over there. Normally, an area will be covered in darkness and withered. And then you go to one of those shrines, you restore it, and it clears the land of the withered. And it allows you to roam freely. Otherwise, you'd be taking slowly damage over time unless you have resistance, which you can then buy potions or these little plants that fill your resistance bar back up. So, just a lot of fun stuff. Really hope they can continue to do this. Love to play this game with other people. But that's pretty much been Towers of Aghasba. That's just how I'm gonna assume it's pronounced. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Say anything. Let me know if you're playing this game, if you're enjoying it. Maybe if you know anything else, let me know in the comments. Or put a little dot, I don't care. Anything helps to try to get me out there and into the algorithm. Thank you again. So you be you, you stay you, and most importantly, adventure on.